Alright, I believe we are green. Yes, we are. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Not good morning anymore, but good noon or afternoon, depending on where you live. And welcome to MMS Formula 1 Season 6, Round 2 of the Championship. Today we are at the Adelaide Street Circuit for the Australian Grand Prix, a track that has been for quite some time now on the calendar, and it's always produced good racing, good action, and hopefully it's going to produce the same story today. Currently, after round one, the qualifying system is staying, and the championship looks as interesting as ever, with a lot of different storylines happening. Of course, we had the Williams domination in qualifying last time out, and well, everything's bound to be a bit different now. Street circuit, definitely not a power track like Bahrain, but yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen, and qualifying is already underway with a few cars already on circuit. We will have Miran joining us soon. I am just a bit speedy and decided to start without him. I apologise. But here we go. Johannes van Leer, the first car on track. You can tell him that it's fine. He can join mid-session. It's okay. I am really lenient, as you should be to your friends and everyone. Alright. Obviously, I'm looking at Team Radio, be sure to use that, guys. Sorry for the amount of delays, and yeah. I'm gonna follow Johannes van Leer for the lap. A shorter circuit, 27 laps ahead of in the race. It rained a bit, you can see a bit of spray in some bits on the circuit. You can see a dry line forming because it is mixed weather, but it should be dry for the rest of the session, albeit that's just a theory. So Johannes van Leer has started his lap, and we're going to go on board with the Benetton driver. With the BMW powered Benetton, have to say, and pretty successful experiment at the moment. The BMW engine has proven to be pretty decent in Bahrain, giving solid points to the team. As a matter of fact, they have scored quite a few. So, not much has happened since Bahrain, apart from Michael Maher passing out after the race. Due to his amazing performance, he did gain, I believe, 21 positions over the course of the race. I'm not exactly sure now, but it was an amazing drive from him, as Johannes van Leer is about to finish his lap. The Adelaide circuit, a classic, really. Wouldn't say I prefer it to Albert Park, but I think they're on the same level. Always giving good action, always having memorable races. The amount of championships that ended at Adelaide speak for themselves. So here we go. Johannes van Leer, 1:13.8, that's the benchmark. Material and Hertz follow him, and currently Van Leer will remain at the top of the timing sheets. Radiantor now, he is on a lap, he's about to enter the hairpin, as Michael Maher goes fastest, 8/10 faster than Johannes van Leer. Comedy goes third. Guillou, is in fifth behind her teammate, and Tobias Reaper in sixth, but the gap's still massive. Daniel Ward now goes second, but cannot even get close to Michael Maher's lap time. Schwell putting in an amazing effort. Oh, you're stuck at the thumbnail. That's great news. Thank you for reminding me. Great. Amazing. I did not realise, so we missed a bit of times, but here we go. It's finally fixed. This is why we're running qualifying. I'm a bit out of the blue. OBS pissed me off so much because it wouldn't launch. So I guess the woes of using this software will continue. That is now Khalid Shahin, and this time it looks like it's going to be Ferrari domination in qualifying, as opposed to Williams, albeit those guys haven't come out on the track yet. They haven't set laps, so we're going to have to wait. Valiak is on track, so gonna have to wait for to see what they can do. Miller 9 tenths off already, not looking good for her. Then again, I think it's going to be a situation like in Bahrain, as Michael Maher improves his lap time to a 1.12.664. Insane lap time from Schuel. What on earth is he doing? That's fantastic. And across the line, Mary Miller ends up 6th fastest. That's very good. Where is Michael Valiak on the track? That's Curtis improving. There is Matthew Falcon. There is Michael Valiak. We're going to go on board with him for the lap. And no further issues should happen. Sorry for the little mishap. So here we go. Michael Valiak now, rounding off the final few corners. Will the Williams be able to defeat the Ferrari? Because after Bahrain, it looks like those two teams are going to be the main ones at the front of the battle for the championship. Here we go, on board the very, very nice looking car. As someone just set it up there, I think that might have been Reaper as he goes into 8th. Here we go. You can see how planted the Williams is through that little flick here. And hello, Miran. Bit of radio silence from Miran, but just tell me when you'll be there. He's not there. Hello, Miran. Hey, Miran. Hello. No signal. Technical difficulties are plaguing us today, but what's more important is that Michael Valiak is improving marginally. Better than Schuel Michael Maher, just 5 thousandths of a second between them. That's nothing. That is like a finger, I guess. Here we go. Into the final set of corners. Will Michael Valiak be able to improve upon the German's lap time? Here we go, out of the final corner goes the Croatian. Up into the line, across it, and he does improve by 13 thousandths of a second. Wow, that is absolutely nothing. Fantastic from Valiak. Fraser into 10th, that's one of the few things I noticed. Matthew Falcon also on track, we're gonna try and catch him now. Falcon not on track, Falcon has... oh dear, Falcon's out. And it's raining now apparently, that must be a glitch, but what happened to Matthew Falcon? Oh no! Matthew Falcon's out. Matthew Falcon is not going to qualify for the race. It's a suspension failure for the Polish driver and the McLaren is out. It's past the 5-minute mark. He's not going to get respawned. He cannot get into a test car. The McLaren driver is out. Oh no. Oh, that's drama for the man. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to check other cars to make sure that no one else has suffered the same fate, but no, it looks like it is literally just the Polish driver, and that's drama for McLaren. Oh, that is shocking. McLaren is seriously struggling this season, and it just doesn't seem to end for them, as Kiev goes 14 fastest, way better than Bahrain. Hello, Miran.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Hello.
Okay, yeah, wonderful. I was having a bit of issues connecting, but hello everyone. Nice to be here for round 2 of the Formula 1 Championship.
Yeah, Miran, you missed a massive point. Falcon has crashed out.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the replay again. This time on board, but he's crashed out and he's out of the session.
And is that a failure? Is that a driver error?
That looks like a failure, but he's out.
That's a shame. The man who qualified P25 in Bahrain is going to set no time, and that is going to be him not starting the race, most likely.
Yeah, and he's not allowed to get into a T-car, so drama early on for the guys. Hendrik Salsaler goes 6th fastest. The show was a bit of a radio broadcast for a while, as Michael Valiak improves his lap time to a 112.377. Miranevci on a lap. But yeah, at the moment. Everyone is in the pits, no one is really out on the circuit. Very different session though, compared to Bahrain.
Indeed, things are looking a bit closer this time. Ferrari seem to have closed up a bit more on Williams with both of their drivers this time. Michael Macher, in fact, leads Halil Shahin in third. But yeah, things are looking a bit more usual now.
I think one to watch currently would be Dick Speed. Not the best of qualifying sessions in Bahrain at the moment. For the Fond Metal team, he is 16th. As Miran Evji goes 15th. Stefan Poslovic for Poslovic, I don't know, he is American. Mikhail, which one would be more correct for him, canon-wise, to say? But he is also doing very well in the Larousse. Poslovic, okay. That's a butchering of Balkan names, but hey, I understand. Roberto Moreira, meanwhile, is, I believe, on the track. Yes, he is on the track. He's bound to set a few lap times. But yeah, Miran, at the moment, the qualifying session is certainly different. Any comments on the current order?
I mean, unsurprising to see a Williams at the top, considering their performance in Bahrain, obviously. You've got Daniel Ward up there in a very, very good fourth. Tyrrell looked to have improved slightly. Rial, once again, do look pretty strong. Chris Commodipur is there in ninth, so I think the German team are trying to prove that Bahrain was not just a one-hit wonder.
I totally agree. As Max Bizonia 7 seconds off of pole time, that is, something's wrong with that Rial. And
maybe made a mistake on his lap.
Miran, the skies are getting darker. I think we might have some rain on the way.
That could be interesting, and obviously it would be a very good thing for Valyak, who currently is on pole, because that will basically cement his pole position if the rain does stay for the rest of these 10 minutes. But yeah, a lot of big grey clouds over the skies of Adelaide.
As on board with Max Bizonia, he has done very well in the previous race. Both of the Real cars, indeed, as a matter of fact, have had a very good race, so it's surprising to see the Brazilian suddenly struggle.
Yeah, I think it most likely comes down to maybe a mistake on his lap, so I think this one will most likely knock him back up in the top 15, and yeah, that's not good news.
He's still improving on his lap, but it's properly raining now, and this is going to hinder Ankudinova on her lap, Kroneholmer, and mind you, Rodney Rakus has not gone out on the track yet.
That could be very, very massive. You could have both. Falcon's going to be out, obviously, and then you could have. Yeah, that is a really poor call for Williams.
Oh, and Kudinova is not gonna enjoy herself on the final corner here, as rain suddenly comes out, and it's gonna be barely qualifying for the race. She is not qualifying at the moment, 8 seconds off. The rain.
That could be. Yeah, that could be very massive, especially in the championship, because there are one Williams and a Lotus will not qualify. We know those two teams obviously are front runners, so that's gonna be a massive shame for the drivers and the teams alike.
Yeah, I mean, Rakos is the championship leader, so this would be a massive blow to him. The rain has stopped, the track is drying, so at the moment it could be a possibility that he qualifies if the track dries quick, but it's not really... it's gonna be tough for Rodney, that's definitely a given.
Indeed. I don't think it'll be a very competitive lap time, especially judging from Ankudinova's lap time, who was, and it was only raining for only a bit on Sofia's lap, and she was immediately in dead last. So let's see as Rakus crosses the line and starts his lap.
I have noticed that Williams have a massive advantage in high-speed corners, something we theorized on in Bahrain. It came true when I went on board with Valyak for his lap. The car was planted through those high-speed bends, so Williams have an advantage through those quick flicks that Adelaide has. But it's already a 2 seconds. Oh dear lord.
Yeah, I think he maybe could actually qualify if he does pull this off. I do believe it's the rain has stopped.
Yeah, it's sunny now. The track is dry on the racing line.
Yeah, so that's good for Rakus at least. A bit of saving grace for the Finn, as there is a dry line emerging now. And this could potentially throw Ankudinova back into contention.
Yeah, but there is still hesitation. You can hear it in the engine. He's not completely flat in certain spaces. He might go for another lap, and it's just he's not qualifying at the moment. But Rakus is going for another lap.
Yeah, definitely. He's gonna have some time now that the track is clearing up. He's gonna have time to set a few dry laps as Ankudinova rounds the final corner. Let's see if she can improve on her lap, and it's only P34.
As Alexander Park now finally leaves the track, as Kroneholm actually gained the most on his lap out of all the people. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. It's a 1 second improvement, but he still stays last. Ankudinova already a second up. Oh wait, no, that was on her previous lap. Raku's only 2/10 up. Looks like the track is still affected by the wet weather, no matter what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna take time for the standing water on track to evaporate, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and time is something these drivers don't really have, as it's 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go left in the session, so you better hurry up. You better hurry up. 3/10 up, still not qualifying. Jafari Blackwood currently knocking Rakus out, but he's going for another lap. A lot of fuel in the car, and Rakus, you can tell the confidence is there. Look at the exit, it's better. The conditions are better.
Things are definitely looking good for him now. The question is though, where is Alexander Park?
He is now on his lap.
Oh, fair enough.
Rakus only a 10th up. Something's just wrong with the setup.
Yeah, I don't really know what Williams were trying with the setup here. Obviously, they sent them out in the wet, so I don't really know what they were thinking about that. But I don't think it is going to be the pole for only Rakus here at Adelaide.
And no one is even improving on their lap. The people who have, left the track on dries, they're losing around 20 seconds. Sorry, not 20 seconds. What, 3 seconds usually on their laps? That is not normal.
Yeah, it is really weird.
If Rakus doesn't qualify, there's going to be headlines after the race. Because that's gonna seriously hinder his early season championship. He goes 32nd, but that's not safe whatsoever. He's going for another lap though.
Yeah, I think this one should definitely be an improvement for Rakus, but now he's just tethering on the edge of the elimination zone. So if he does not improve on that lap, he is gonna have to pray that none of the guys in the elimination zone, especially Ankudinova, does set an improvement and get themselves out of the bottom 5.
As every car is out on the circuit. Literally every single car is out, bar Falcon, who has crashed out.
Yeah, everyone busy setting laps. This is gonna get interesting.
Rakus is not improving. Oh dear. No one actually is improving anymore apart from Max Pizzonia, but Pizzonia is not even close to Rakus. Oh, this is shocking. Because Rakus basically is going to start last, and it's going to be... you could make a joke that Rakus is going to do a last question mark challenge, but in all seriousness, that is far, far from what you want to do as a championship leader. Especially in round 2.
Indeed, all these points are going to be really important throughout the season. Obviously, it is a longer season compared to previous MMS seasons, so one bad performance will be less damaging, but still, when you're fighting for the championship and you're fighting at the front, all those little points are going to be important, and we really saw that last season as well with the title fight.
And he is improving now on his lap. He might actually get himself closer to Abbondanzieri. Speaking of him, this might be the second consecutive race that Abbondanzieri is going to qualify.
Yeah, really well done from the Italian, I have to say. That Brabham car, especially last season, was just not looking good at all. And the fact that he's able to drag that thing and qualify with it, it's just really fantastic to see. As I think the rain is back.
No,
like
it's just the clouds. It's just the clouds. There is still some standing water on the track in the hairpin on the outside line, but it's minuscule. As here we go, Rakus. He actually went flat here. This is going to be a big improvement, as the rain might actually ruin anybody else's chance as the session slowly comes to a close. It's 3/10. He's closer, and he goes for yet another lap. He isn't going to give up.
Yeah, I mean, the spirit is there for Rakus, obviously, but question is if he's going to be able to improve. But we're going to see Sofia Ankudinova, then, who currently is down in 35th. He obviously does not want to be DNQ'd in this session as she goes across the line. It is no improvement for Sofia Ankudinova.
It is an improvement, but it's so small, you might as well say it. There is none. No improvement from her. The sky is getting darker. The gloom of rain is still there as Rakus, again, consistently improving as it's raining now, I think. Yeah, it's raining.
Yeah,
it's
and
over.
That's going to be the nail in the coffin for both Rakus and Ankudinova.
Oh, how do you mess up that badly?
I just don't know everything. I don't know. I feel like Williams sent him out at the worst time possible. They sent him out just when it started raining, and then the rain stopped, and there was a bit of standing water everywhere on the track, and now it started raining again.
The rain has stopped, actually. I think it's only in one bit of the circuit, but he improves. But again, he needs one more improvement as the session is over. Ding, ding, ding. Session over. And that's it for Pisonia. That's it for Alexander Park and for Blackwood. They will not be starting in the race.
Yeah, and I should mention in P27, Tina Curtis in the AGS has qualified. Bravo.
Yes, yeah, that is very good. And Abbondanzieri stays 31st, and Ankudinova knocked out.
Oh, well, that's gonna be big headlines for the race, obviously.
How do you manage with that? Like, one race, you're at the top, everyone praises you, and then the next race, the team sends you out in the worst possible moment, and it's all over. I will never understand what went in the team set, as Rakus might actually not start last. The lap time is an improvement, but he needs one more 10th to feel safe, I suppose.
Yeah, he could definitely get himself into the midfield with this lap, as he's just about getting around the final corners. Now heading into the final corner, the long left-hander semi-hairpin, as now he's just going to go across the line. What will it be for Rodney Rakus?
And he's in front.
And it's just P31.
Yeah, still massive disappointment. As Max Mustermann has qualified. I think that's a blown engine. Just gonna check. Teller also blew his Vit crashed out. I think it's also a failure. It happened 5 minutes ago. I will not be able to rewind, but it doesn't matter since he does qualify. But yeah, very interesting. Oh dear, what on earth happened? Okay, I might have to check on Shahin.
It's a very damaged Ferrari.
That is a very damaged Ferrari. He's been here, sitting in here for a while, so we're going to rewind. And then I will also check up on what happened to Igor Vit. It reminds me of what happened to the Ferrari of Berger in 1990, I think. At Tamburello at Imola. Basically, nearly what's happened to Senna is just that instead of dying, Berger lived, but his car exploded. But yeah, very bizarre accident. But while we wait for the rewind to happen, I wish we had AC system of rewinding to laps.
I think that's the first time you said that you prefer Assetto Corsa over R Factor. But yeah, Grid is very interesting, I have to say. You've got a few people who do qualify for the first time. I believe Zeran Kaya has qualified in the Minardi. You've got Dick Speed. I believe John
Yeah, John
Keith
Keith as
has.
well.
Yeah, very well done from John Keith.
But yeah, I have to say though. Oh dear, look, wait, hold on, look at this. There's a dent here on the side of the car. No dent here though. That's a bizarre
That's
accident.
strange.
That is very weird. Halil, what happened to you? But yeah, as you mentioned, oh, really? The car just fails. It's a suspension.
Yeah, that is reminiscent of.
That's Berger basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I didn't even mean that. That happened to Hungary, in Hungary to Berger. But wow,
that is a very bizarre accident.
Okay, and now we gotta find Igor Vitt. Has he already crashed? No, he hasn't. So we're gonna now fast forward.
Ferrari and reliability are two things that do not really go hand in hand.
Yeah, just ask Johannes van Leer in season 3. But yeah. Okay, let's see what happened to You know what? Okay, fine. No questions asked. Fine. You win. No questions whatsoever. But it is Mikhail Valyak on pole position. And here he is. But yeah, you mentioned Dick Speed. Fantastic qualifying from him. Especially considering the car he drives. And, Miran, I want to point your attention to the LaRousse team. Van der Bremt, 21st. Poslovic, 18th.
Yeah, that is really well done from the LaRousse team. Obviously, everything did look a bit barren for them, especially coming out of preseason testing and heading into the first round at Bahrain. But they've really turned it around here in qualifying. Really well done.
Yeah. So, we're gonna blank you out, guys. I'm gonna post the results. There's gonna be literally a minute of intermission while I post the results. I'm gonna go to the race session, so we'll see you in literally like a minute or two. So because Falcon didn't set a lap time, I forgot about a funny thing. The grid order got messed up because I didn't boot him out of the session when there was the time for it. So, We're just gonna skip qualifying. Great. I love our factor. So it's going to be a new grid order. I am sorry. I am sorry. I am deeply sorry. I forgot about that glitch. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind now.
Are we on air?
Yeah, we are on air now.
Oh, okay. Hello.
So, yeah, we're just gonna... Wait, I'm gonna have to restart the whole race weekend.
Also, I would like to mention this. I think I saw a bit of a misspelling.
Where?
Marie Müller was spelled as Maria Müller. I don't know if that's intentional, but...
Wait, no. No, you're
Yes.
joking. Oh my god, great.
Just ignore that for now.
I
Or
can't.
maybe, I don't know.
I can't, because that's gonna mess up her downfall. Oh my god.
Maybe I should have pointed that out earlier. I'm sorry.
I didn't even notice. Great. Yeah, guys, very professional league. We never had issues. Never ever. Never ever do we have issues. Right, Miran? This never happens in the ACOC. You can go there.
Thank you, but we also do have an inconsistent driver base. No, I'm joking.
Alright. So we can talk about... What can we talk about in the intermission to keep our
The
viewers
qualifying grid, we can talk about that.
well, it's gonna be redone.
Oh, right. What can we talk about? The calendar.
Yes.
We're visiting... Are we visiting any new tracks? Is Portimao new? We weren't there in season 4 and 5.
We were there in season 2.
Okay. So it's the first time since season 2 we return to
Yes.
Portimao. The Hungarian GP has
been a thing, but we didn't run it at Hungaroring before.
So it's the first time F1 visits Hungaroring.
In this timeline, yes.
Monaco is back.
Yes.
First time since season 2.
Yes.
Yes. Then we got round number 13, the United States Grand Prix at Road Atlanta. I believe we weren't there last season.
So, I suppose we will not run I mean, do we want to run qualifying again? I don't think we should.
It's gonna drag out a bit, I feel.
Yeah. So we're just gonna skip it, and we're gonna give you the results. This is embarrassing, but yeah.
This is just how it works out sometimes.
Yeah, it's been a day of absolute nightmares with technology for me today. First, OBS didn't want to launch for 10 minutes. I was about to, like, literally, I don't know, switch to something else like Bandicam.
Bandicam.
Yeah, but it finally turned on, and then I forgot to switch the scenes, so we were stuck on. I forgot to switch the scenes, so we were stuck on the thumbnail, and then I forgot to, and then you had your issues, and now we forgot about the glitch with Falcon. So here we are. We have the qualifying results. I'm gonna screenshot them and post them in the chat now, and we're gonna go through I'm gonna go through the order, like we did back in the days. Yay, right. Everything should now work as intended. And oh boy, this is a very interesting grid. Do you see this, Miran?
No, you're not screen
Oh
sharing.
yeah, right, I forgot, great. This is why I asked if you're seeing. Right. No, this is,
There we go.
this is working as intended.
Oh. That is quite interesting.
That is quite interesting. So, gonna quickly update the spreadsheet with the people that D and Q, and we're gonna go to the race session. Finally.
Oh, that is very interesting, actually.
Where? Oh no, we lose Max Mustermann. Gertz and Pfeiffer.
In return, we do get Alexander Park.
That is true. Which is, I think, also a bit insane. But here we go. Without further ado, who's on pole position? And, okay. Alright.
That's a very dominant lap time.
Yeah, and that is a second pole position in a row for Rodney Rakus. Okay, here we go. So, we're gonna go now to the track, and we're gonna drag you through the order. Miran, I will just speed run it if you don't mind.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright. Because I do want to get this race underway. Here we go. Okay, so. Okay. We are now on the grid. Can you ping people that the race is starting now?
Me?
Yes.
Or do I do that in
videos? You can just tag people that the race is starting. Forgot to do that before. So here we go. On pole position, you have Rodney Rakus, a dominant performance from him once again, second pole position in a row, and he is really trying to solidify himself as the championship leader. Following him is surprise Johannes van Leer in P2 in the Benetton BMW car. Very good performance from him. It looks like Johannes is back. Then you have the two Ferraris of Michael Mahan Shahin, followed by Michael Valiak in the other Williams car. He is joined by Matthew Falcon in the McLaren. Then you have Daniel Ward joining him on the fourth row is Sofia Ankudinova. Behind we have Hendrik Sansala and Giuseppe Radiantor. Not the best of qualifyings for Radiantor, but then again McLaren does not look like a top car. Then we have Mateusz Material followed by Michael Teller, Mary Miller followed by Dick Speed in 14th for the Fond Metal team. That's a very good performance. Then we have Adrian Fraser and Isiakos Karmevakis, Chris Comedipor and Yvonne Gilou, Roberto Moreira and Alex van der Bremt, Stefan Poslovic and Igor Witt. Very good qualifying again from the LaRousse duo. Miran FG is followed by Zeran Kaya. Then we have a very good performance from Alexander Park up in 25th, followed by Zigalit Friedman. Then a very, very low qualifying position for Tobias Reaper in the Tyrrell, followed by Matthias Giannini. And then you have Keith and Pizzonia, followed by Volninger and Tina Curtis, who rounds off the grid. So I believe we are ready to start the race, Miran. No further delays.
Yes, indeed. Let's finally get underway with the Australian Grand Prix.
As here we go, all the lights are coming on. And it's green in Adelaide, and it's a good start from Rakus and Michael Maher. They both immediately shoot in front of Van Leer. Van Leer is down to 4th already. Horrible getaway from the Dutchman. That's not what he wanted. And it is already looking like a very dominant performance from the Williams cars. In the background, we can see that's Ankudinova getting onto Falcon and Sarsala, trying to join this fight as well, as that is a massive crash. Dear Lord. Here we go though, back into the actual feed of the race. It is a clean start, no damage to anyone. Michael Maher chasing down Rodney Rakus, and the German thinks about a move here, doesn't do anything though. Van Leer, we have to get a replay of that start.
Yeah, he just didn't have the getaway that he wanted on the start there. You see, the power just wasn't there. Rakus, Michael Maher and Van Leer all just slipped through on the start, and then there's not really much he can do into the first corners.
Disappointing from the Dutchman as they go on to the back straight, and this is where we're going to see the most overtakes happen. In the background, we can see Fraser, Karmevakis and Dick Speed, a bit of contact between them. I see they go into the hairpin. Michael Maher goes for it, gets past Rakus, is into the lead. Shahin and Van Leer have a bit of a battle. It is the Turkish driver in front. No, Van Leer defends, closes the door, and he is going to stay in P4.
Yeah, nice stuff from Johannes, and very well done from Shu and Michael Maher, who takes the lead of the race. As Shahin's there on the inside line of Van Leer, riding the curb a bit, trying to use all the track available to him, but Van Leer does get the better exit and thus will remain ahead. But there is Valiak on the inside. He had a look on the inside of Rakus.
And that's not what you want. You hit the curb and he nearly slid across the circuit. That's not what you want. Van Leer chasing down Valiak. Shahin comfortably in the lead of the race. Down the other, not much happening. The field has spread itself out a bit already, as that is Friedman making a double overtake contact of Alexander Park, but she is safely through. As that's Max Bizonia and Giannini going in front of Poslovic. Poslovic side by side of Bizonia. And Tobias Ripper, horrible start, he's down in 30th.
Yeah, just things aren't really going the Germans' way. Obviously, the man who won his first race last season at the Belgian Grand Prix, but there is Rodney Rakus on the inside line of Schuel Michaelmacher. Just as Michaelmacher did on Rakus, he's going to give him a taste of his own medicine, and he takes the lead back of the Australian Grand Prix.
As Salsarra and Kudinova, they had a bit of contact. Lotus has a bit of a war between its drivers. Wrong button again.
You need to rebind that.
Yeah. Look at this though. No, sorry, Salsarra had contact with Shahin. Luckily, this has not impacted the race all that much. Miller now trying to get through Teller. Teller, bad qualifying. He lost a lot of his pace that he had in season 5 as he nearly goes into the back of material.
Yeah, it's a shame for Michael Teller. There's Van Leer down the inside of how many? Either way, he's going to be holding off Michaelmacher on the outside line. But that was a dive and a half for Johannes Van Leer. You love to see it.
Yeah, so Shahin tried to pass him, and Van Leer just saw a gap and went for it.
Oh my! Imagine if that had worked.
Oh, you know what? It might. He's still in the fight. He's still right behind Rakus. He's still gained 2 positions out of that. Valek now gets a move. Shahid and Kudinova in a battle. The top pack is so much more condensed than in Bahrain.
Indeed, we're having a lot of close fights here as Michaelmacher gets past Valek. 2 Lotus are still battling amongst each other. Kudinova fighting off Henrik Salsaller with the McLaren of Radiantor there behind as well. The former Lotus driver is going to go up against the 2 current ones as Matthew Falcon is going to get involved into this. It's a McLaren versus Lotus battle here.
No moves at the top as here we go. The 2 Lotus cars battling, the 2 McLarens battling for position. It's oh,
and I think it's Material.
Yeah, it is Material. Oh no, Material, what happened here? It's free. What did we...
Ooh, very, very close there as the Benetton's going to try to sandwich through the 2 Jordans. Isakios Karmevakis is going to be there on the inside line of Michael Teller. But what on earth happened there?
Okay, so Material just spins. Oh, you can see he hits Ward, and his tire also collides with Teller, causing him to have a half spin. You know, he quickly gets on the throttle, he corrects it, and then Teller behind him gets sandwiched between the 2 Jordan cars, which propels him. Oh my god.
It's very scary.
He is lucky to make it work. Also,
indeed,
Dick Speed is on 11th. He's behind
Lovely
Falcon.
Stuff.
What is the fundamental one today? As that's Michael Valiak to the inside of Michaelmacher, and he's gonna get through the Ferrari. Not really. Michaelmacher gets a better run through the exit of the chicane, and Halil Shahin now to the inside, and he gets the move done. But Michaelmacher, aggressive block from his teammate.
That battle is going absolutely everywhere as Valek is going to be there on the outside line of Halil Shahin. Shahin's going to try to hold him off. And Kudinova and the Lotus could get involved into this as Shahin is going to go on the outside line through the chicane though. He's going to have the inside on exit. The 2 still wheel to wheel, but this is going to lose them massive amounts of time. Look at Michaelmacher up the road already, and they're 3 wide. Dick Speed is involved in that.
Richard really feeling the need to attack here, but look how condensed this pack is. Van Leer, meanwhile, unable to catch up to Rakus. Michaelmacher in the world of his own. His teammate onto Valiak now, goes to the inside, gets it done. He does, he parks the bus a bit. Valiak actually gets the ability to retaliate. They're still side by side, and Valiak just sends it.
Fraser's up into 10th. He's doing really well in the Onyx as he's going to go on to Falcon for 9th. That is going to be on the inside line heading into the final corner. For those who do remember, that was the same corner in which Koichi Hoshi ended up the inside to take his first MMS win here last season. But Fraser unfortunately cannot get it done on Matthew Falcon just yet.
Meanwhile, Material with a big dive into turn 1 onto Daniel Ward, but look at the overspeed that Tyrrell had on the exit, and Dickie Speed already uses that, gets through. Michael Teller thinks about it. The two Jordan cars battling with Igor Witt getting involved. Jordan not as quick as last time out. A lot of battles throughout the midfield now. It's so hard to focus on anything in MMS F1.
Indeed, there's just so much going on at all times. It's a bit overwhelming, really, as you had Karma Vakis get past his teammate Marie Müller, and Kaya is on there on Alex van der Bremt, the former Minardi driver.
And that's Michael Maher trying to go for a double overtake onto the race lead. It doesn't work. He does get through Van Laer. No, he doesn't. Van Laer tries to retaliate. There's a bit of contact between the two. Michael Maher on the outside, Van Laer on the inside. They're going to switch sides now, but Michael Maher tries to send domination to the Dutchman, and he's done it. Michael Maher is through.
Yeah, nice battle between the two. This is going to give a bit of breathing room to Rodney Rakus, but as we have seen in the past in MMS, I think that gap is only going to be temporary, so I think they'll be able to catch up, no issue. In a few laps time.
I agree. So here we go. Comedy Poor behind Teller and Dickie Speed. Dickie Speed at the moment contender for driver of the day. Michael Teller sends it onto the American, and the Ford Metal, no real way of fighting. I am surprised though by the pace of that car today. As here we go. That is Moreira onto the inside of Friedman. The side swap, but Moreira still has the better line here. It's gonna be side by side. No, and it's raining. It's starting to rain. There was a bit of a spray coming from the cars. Miran, it is raining.
Now the question here is, I'm going to interrupt myself there, as Michael Macher is there on the inside line of Rodney Rakus and takes the lead, but Van Laer and Valiak make contact, and Van Laer's going to be forced out wide. Valiak's going to hold the third, and that is a bit of drama as the rain immediately starts pouring down.
What happened to Van Laer? Van Laer just didn't have pace. You can tell that, Valiak just got the overspeed nicely done. A bit of contact here, and Valiak, because it started to rain, curbs are like soap, and he slips on it, and Van Laer just hits the rear.
Yeah, we've seen, obviously we've had rain at Adelaide before, and we've seen how deadly the curbs become when they're wet. As you said, they're like soap, and when the drivers go on it, it's almost like an instant spin for some of these guys, especially the one at the hairpin.
Yeah, and those raised curbs at turn 1, they're also going to become a massive deal for the drivers. That's a side-by-side moment between Tobias Ripper. He's going down to last.
Tyrrell just don't look to have the pace at all. I don't know what's going on. I guess you could say for Daniel Ward, but he's also falling down the grid. So I don't know what's happening with the British outfit. Either way, the rain is properly pouring down now. Van Laer is holding off his former IndyCar rival Sofia Ankudinova for what is now 5th position. So yeah, from 2nd to 5th in only about a lap. It really goes to show that the field is always constantly changing. Might change again here as Rodney Rakus is trying to chase down Joel Michaelmacher for 1st position, but the Finn finding no luck into the hairpin. It could be a smart move, could be a smart decision by him, obviously knowing how wet it is at the track at the moment. Is he going to go into the final corner? Yes, he does. Tiny bit of contact between the Williams and the Ferrari as they bang wheels heading out to the final corner. They're going to be side by side heading into the first chicane. Turn number 1. Rakus is going to have the outside line of Michael Macher on the curb a bit. He gets it done. Nice stuff from Rodney Rakus. It's a daring overtake, and he finishes it up beautifully. Michael Macher obviously still not done yet. He's going to want to challenge for the race. Once again, he's going to have a really good shot at trying it into the chicane. I wonder, though, if he might suffer the same fate as Valiak if he does do it. Speaking of, He is there in third, and he is gaining, obviously, now that these two are battling quite a lot. Is Michael Macher going to go for it into the hairpin? Here he goes, down the inside of Rodney Rakus, as he's going to be there on the curb, but he gets it done nice and smooth, and back into the race lead goes Shua and Michael Macher. As Michael Waliak has now properly caught up to this battle. The Williams cars once again are going to fight for the top positions, just like it was in Bahrain. They're going to do it again here at Australia.
As Waliak now joins the fight.
Yeah, it's going to get very interesting. You have Halil Shahin there in fourth as well, who could get involved into that, and maybe even Johannes van Leer in fifth could have a good shot at closing up. But I do think the track is drying.
It is drying, but it's still, you know, not ideal. You can still see the spray coming from the cars in the outside line, in which you have to overtake. It is still very wet, so it's not going to be fun to try and send it onto a car in front of you.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Waliak, though, looks poised to strike. No, here comes Halil Shahin. Waliak goes for it as well, as he's going to send it up the inside of two cars, both his teammate Rakus and Michael Macher, to take the lead of the race in a very nice fashion. So there's Michael Teller trying to go onto Mateusz Material. The Brits struggling a bit in the Benetton. Don't really know what's going on with Teller, as he's now got Chris Comedipur for company in the Real there in 14th.
You know, the thing with Teller, I suppose, is a completely different design philosophy to the Tyrrell. As the Granada Rack is now going through Michael Macher, as this sector is completely dry, but you can tell that it's a completely different car philosophy when it comes to the design between the Benetton and the Tyrrell. Maybe that's why Teller is struggling a bit. You know, the drivers are still getting used to those cars. They are faster, they have more downforce compared to last season. The engines are way more powerful. So there is that, I suppose.
Indeed. I think it's just about getting acclimatized to the car and the team. And I think then you will finally be able to get up there. Because, you know, Johannes van Leer, he's been in the Benetton team previously, so he knows how that work environment functions.
As though racing has surprisingly calmed down for now. It's not usually a sight you see in MS Formula 1.
Indeed, I think obviously we're nearing the pit stop phase, so a few drivers could start to think about backing off a bit and trying to make sure their strategy works here. Especially for these top guys, battling is not only costly in terms of time, but obviously they're pushing a lot. So that's going to wear out the tires and the fuel at a much faster rate than normal. As there in the background, Johannes van Leer is now catching up to this pack. So we'll see what he's going to be able to do.
The pack is condensing, as you say. Van Leer is catching up. And you can see Radianto, the McLarens, seem to have regained a bit of pace compared to last season. Last session, sorry, last race. So who knows, they might be a challenge. As here we go, it's nearly a rewind moment as Michael Macher gets blocked off by Rakus. Shahin goes to the inside onto the wet part of the circuit, and Shahin's not really going to be able to go anywhere. Michael Macher might think about re-overtaking his teammate. Yes, he does, and it's contact between him and Waliak. Massive slide, and Michael Macher's down to fourth, and now he has to worry about Van Leer.
Yeah, that was, I'd say Michael Macher just didn't seem to back out of that, and didn't really, it wasn't really that fruitful for him, unfortunately, and now he might have to fend off Johannes van Leer, but I do think he's definitely going to want to try it again on his teammate Halil Shahin.
Just going down the order now, and not much. The midfield has nicely spaced themselves out, allowing us to focus on the top pack as it's completely dry now. The sun's out, it's beautiful weather, so I think the driver's going to be more prone to racing. Miran, can you take over for a bit?
Yeah, no problem, as we're going to have the battle for the race lead. Rodney Rakos versus Michael Valek, and then the two Ferraris as well could get involved into this, but we're going to see what is going to happen heading down into the hairpin. As Valek is there, he's going to go to the inside line. Michael Macher does it as well. The two Ferraris and the two Williams going two file as Valek sends it up the inside line. He gets it done. Michael Macher, though, there in the background, has a bit more resistance as Halil Shahin defends the inside line, and I think he's going to get it done through the chicane. Yes, Halil Shahin very strong on the defense, as he always is. And there's Van Leer in the background on the inside line of Michael Macher into the final corner. Will the Dutchman be able to make it stick as we head into turn one? They're going to be wheel to wheel, just like Rodney Rakos did it on Michael Macher a few laps earlier. Van Leer is going to try it. Shua leaves the space on the exit as we head into turn two. Great battle between the two, and there is Anko Dinova, I think, on the inside line of Radiantor, but Van Leer is going to be there on the inside. He gets the move done. What a battle between the two.
And look at this now, the duo of the Lotus cars and the McLarens in a bit of a battle. Sassal and Radianto join the fight. Falcon trying to get through the Estonian as Ankudinova leads the way, pulling away from this pack. Daniel Ward gets involved, Material gets involved as well. Should be some Material actually. It's another thing, call back to last race and the linguistic issues.
And look at the run. Look at the run from Halil Shahin. He's going to dive to the inside line. Rakus is going to go into Valek, though, and he boxes in Halil Shahin, who didn't make it three wide, but he gets a bit of half spin on the exit there, and that is going to back him up into he's still going to go on to Michael Valek. That's still pretty impressive as he's there on the inside line, but Valek, he's not close enough to the Brit, or the Croatian, sorry.
And that's Van Leer through the Ferrari as well. So for the Ferrari car's not looking too good anymore. Shahin goes to the inside. And no, it doesn't work. Shahin and Michael Maher side by side. Now it's a Ferrari civil war. Oh dear, having flashbacks. So many times this has happened and ended in peril. But luckily, no further damage done here, apart from a side-by-side moment. As it is Michael Maher now furthering away. And that's... No! Rakos is out. Rakos is out of the race. It's an engine failure for Rodney Rakos from a comfortable lead of the race. The engine just shuts off here. The engine goes off. Michael Valek retains the lead of the race. Van Leer probably confused as to what's happening. Rakos cuts across and he's out. First retirement of the race, and it's the race leader. That is massive. Oh my god, that is... Well, if anyone has a bingo card of the race leader retiring, bonus points for you. You were muted. Yes.
I didn't realize that. I was like, why are you speaking over me? But yeah, it's a massive shame for Rodney Rakos. Williams oftentimes aren't a team that do see a lot of DNFs, but it's such a shame for Rakos, and Williams are unfortunately going to have to rely on Valek to bring home the race win.
Speaking of Valek, he has a massive gap over Halil Shahin. 3.4 seconds to be exact, as Shahin has gone through Van Leer. And he's done it swiftly. No time wasted.
Yeah, nicely done from Halil Shahin. Quite a Shahin-esque overtake. Nice and clean and simple. Michael Macher, though, gets a bit of a slide on the curb there as he's trying to chase down Johannes Van Leer. These two have been battling basically the entire race now.
And this little event of Rakos retiring, it promotes the Lotus and McLarens even closer to scoring a podium today.
Indeed, we could see the McLarens on the podium. So we'll see how that is gonna affect things. But right now, the Ferraris and the lone Benetton of Van Leer obviously look to be fighting for those positions mostly, as that's Michael Macher gets the run on Van Leer down the inside into the hairpin as he gets it done on Johannes Van Leer.
Nicely done. Michael Macher gets through Van Leer once again this race. These two have been battling it out for ages really. non-stop battle, and you love to see it. You really love to see it, as the pit stop window is slowly but surely coming ever so close. It looks like Valiak isn't going to stay in the lead for much longer, as Shaheen has turned the 3.4 second gap to just over a second. Is going to go under the second now, and Valiak will feel the pressure of the Ferrari behind.
And Khalil, we know the pace he has, just the raw pace he has to be able to catch up to other cars. It's just extraordinary, really. And he's closed down a 3.6 second gap, and he's now within overtaking distance of Michael Valiak already.
Yeah, and he has the slipstream of the Williams. He's going to send it surely. Yeah, look at the overspeed. It's a no-brainer from Shaheen. Valiak tries to defend, but there's nothing he can do. Shaheen parks the bus, and Bob's your uncle. He's done it.
Yeah, lovely stuff from Khalil Shaheen. There's Chris Comedypour onto Michael Teller. He's got the move done.
Yeah, Teller outside of the top 10. Not looking good for him, as his teammate is in 4th. Albeit Van Leer has lost touch with Michael Maher.
I have to say, that second Benetton seat, there's just something cursed about it.
Yeah, ever since season 3, I think. Season 4. Ever since season 4, the second Benetton seat is cursed. In season 4, Katzenberg got that seat, and Herhold got the first seat, and we all know how that happened. We all know how that went. Then in season 5, it was Herhold and
De
Jong, and we all know how that went. And now it's Van Leer and Teller, and we already can see that there's a pattern emerging.
Yeah, it's a shame, as Valiak is gonna try it on Shaheen. Never mind, Michael Maher thinks otherwise. He's gonna go on to Valiak. Valiak boxes him in though, as he's gonna go for the lead on high. Is Michael Maher gonna slip through? No, he doesn't. He stays in 3rd, but Michael Valiak retakes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix.
Yeah, and the Ferraris that now hold each other up, and Van Leer is catching up. Not good. As Comedypour is low fuel, I think we're gonna see pit stops next lap, so have your keen eye out on people piling into the pit lane, as that's Karmevakis already coming in.
Once again, Jordan are trying the undercut. It did work for them last time out. Karmevakis was in free air for most of the time, but I don't know if it's going to work this time, because the field is so incredibly close here at Adelaide compared to how it was in Bahrain. So they'll just have to hope that Isakios does get lucky here and just is unleashed in a path which there isn't a lot of traffic in.
As look at this, as Van Leer going for both of the Ferraris, as Shaheen is coming in this lap.
And Ferrari trying the undercut once again as well, just like they did in Bahrain.
And it worked out wonders for them.
Yeah, but he's just going to have to hope to not get traffic, because traffic is going to be a big thing here at Adelaide.
That is true, as Falcon into the back of Salsala. That is less than ideal. Falcon gets pushed to the outside wall, and Michael Teller with the overspeed of gods. What is Shaheen doing? What is Radianta doing, for that matter?
Oh, look at that, they're 3 wide. I think there must have been an engine power cut from Khalil Shaheen or something.
Or maybe he was saving fuel. Maybe he was literally running on fumes. Approaching the hairpin, I am not sure, but that is dangerous as Shaheen piles into the pits. Radianta follows him through. That's also Daniel Ward, Material Fraser coming in. Anybody else? Anybody else? No.
What's happened to the renowned Tyrrell strategy? They just seem to come in at the earliest point.
I think that's because of the Honda engine at the back of the car now. I think those strategies were only possible with Ford.
I think that is maybe why Real are excelling so much. It's the
Is the Ford engine?
Yeah, it's the switch to Ford power. Or, well, to be fair, they were running the Ford engine, but I presume the Ford powertrains team must have made a massive breakthrough this season.
Yeah, no top team really uses Ford engines anymore. After the reliability woes, people just distance themselves, and I think that's a big mistake.
Yeah, I guess it is a bit of a risk to get a high-performance engine, but reliability will be a question.
As Shahin got himself in front of Curtis and Giannini, so he doesn't have traffic to deal with, which is perfect for him. The rest of the field, though, will have to come through those guys. Valek in the pits, Van Der in the pits, and Kudinova with the Judd engine at the back of the Lotus going for the long run. And mind you, it benefited Lotus a bit last race.
Yeah, this is gonna obviously put her in a lot of free air, so we'll see how it's gonna benefit her as we have a lot of guys in the pit lane. Michael Macher, Witt, Guillou, Müller, Valjak.
Valek's already off. Out of the pits, Valjak is gonna rejoin into traffic.
Oh!
It's happened again.
I can't believe it. And on pit lane exit, yeah, as you said, it's happened again. And this is the dangers of having such a close field, especially when there's pit stop hour.
I don't think Nkaya could have done much more here. But, I mean, he could have. I don't know, man.
Can't really pinpoint the blame, but obviously we don't like these accidents, especially after what happened
and look
in
at the frustration
Jerez.
Valek, he just drives into Nkaya.
I think he was out of control, but
No,
yeah.
no, that looked like Valek might have meant it.
I think there was a Aspizonia, no?
No damage. No damage.
Oh, I thought I saw a front wing flying off.
No, that was the debris of Valjak and the lot. Falcon coming in stuff, he's trying to pressure Ankudinova with a move to the inside, but it doesn't work.
Yeah,
And it's raining.
It's raining again,
Oh,
and
no.
that's Alex Park.
Oh, and it... What is he doing? Hello, Park, get off the racing line.
Oh, and Shahin's not gonna like that at all.
What?
Oh my goodness! Why would you park there?
Alex,
And now
and it's a
Müller's
safety
stuck.
car. It's a safety car. It's a safety car. It's a legitimate safety car, Milan. Alexander Park.
This is gonna benefit Curtis and Giannini. They're gonna benefit massively from this.
This is gonna benefit Ankudinova and Sassaler.
Indeed.
Oh, that's Friedman
Oh
out.
no! What is going on?
With 7 laps to go, this race has turned into an absolute mess. As Falcon is already out of the pits. Look.
Yeah, look at where Dick Speed is gonna exit. He's gonna be in the top 10. Look, he's 8th.
Oh my days. That is unbelievable. John Keefe is gonna benefit so much from this. Teller has jumped Michael Maher and his teammate. Oh.
Oh no!
Oh! And that's Radianta out, but that's Speed still in. Oh, the pit lane definitely needs to be refined, as that's Igor Witt also out of the race. And what happened further on? Is that...
Oh my goodness! That is really scary.
Oh my days. Igor Witt. The engine just goes, and the whole car goes. Oh.
Nothing. Oh, that's such a scary. Nothing he could do there. Utterly hopeless.
Yeah.
It's such a major accident, and there's chaos in the pit stop phase of this race. Really.
Yeah,
but
they're not coming in. They're gonna wait for the safety car now. And Kudinova's low on fuel.
Oi.
And this is a race to the line. And Kudinova has just given the race lead to Salsala. It is a full course yellow now.
So is that allowed?
Yes, it's a race to the line.
Ah.
We're running basically NASCAR rules when you think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, I
As,
don't think NASCAR runs that anymore. But yeah, Giannini and Curtis now. Curtis using the wide line. Giannini though. What? Giannini, what are you doing? Michael Maher has spun. And so did Shahin. It's called
what?
It's called tyres.
That's massive for the Ferrari, especially for Shahin. Now he's gonna have damage, and he's just trying to find his way back onto the circuit. There we go.
He has, but he has damage. He's gonna have to pit again. Oh my god, this race. And is it a real safety car? I don't see the actual safety car on the circuit, so it's a virtual one. Because sometimes the safety car doesn't want to leave, but the rules are there, and it's all going to... It's all not working anymore. And they're gonna be oh, please, 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 sort yourself out, please, 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 please. And we're going... It's green flag now.
What?
Huh? It's... Huh? This is a safety car fact. This is a certified air factor moment.
Well, I guess they decided on now the...
What? No. No. You're not being serious. All of the... No. No. All of this.
What just happened?
The AI
Oh my...
No. No. Oh, we're gonna have to call it here, I think. Oh, we're gonna have to call it before the safety car. Great. This is just like the 1991 Australian Grand Prix, except it's even worse. Right. We're just gonna call it here. I'm gonna revert the results to back before the safety car. So basically when Park retired. Yeah. That's it, guys. Sorry. Oh dear. This has been a mess. Any closing words, Miran?
It's just how it works out sometimes.
Yeah. This is not even as bad as season 1 Monaco, but this is still embarrassing. I am sorry, guys. It sometimes happens. Well then, we're gonna see you next week for the EFO race before the San Marino Grand Prix. Bye bye.